We're going to start by looking at the part that says circle the fraction that matches the description given. We talked about the bars and whether it was close to 0, 1, or 1/2 the other day. So let's take a look at some of these fractions. So number 10 wants you to identify the fraction that's close to 0. So I'm just going to break this one down for you just to help you with the way that you should be thinking. So we know that we need to look at whether it is going to be closer to 0/7, 0, 1/2, or 1/2. 0/7 is 0, 7/7 is 1, but the problem is with the half. So if you're looking at your fraction 3/7, 7 isn't an even number, so it can't be cut in half evenly. But what if you cut 7 in half, what would you get? You would get 3.5. So you have 3.5 over 7. So what I'm actually going to do is, instead of the 1/2 here, I'm just going to write 3.5 over 7. Now you have to look at your fraction of 3/7. Where would that fall on the number line? Would it be in between 0 and 3.5, or would it be after 3.5 and before 7? You'll notice it's going to go right here. So say to yourself, how far is 3 from 0? It's 3 spots away. Well, how far is 3 from 3.5? And that's a half spot away. So 3/7 is actually closer to 1/2. It's not close to 0, so it's not going to be that number. Take a look at 17/20. So 17/20, we want 0, 1/2, and 1. Well, half of 20 is 10. So this would actually be 10/20. So 17/20 is going to fall over here. It's going to be 3 away from 1/2, which is 20 over 20, and it's 7 away from 10/20, so 17/20 is actually closer to 1/2, so it's not going to be that one. So you can say through process of elimination that your answer would be 1/10, but let's go ahead and try to prove it. So you have 1/10. And you have 0/10 is 0, 10/10 is 1, and then half of 10 is 5/10. So where does 1/10 fall? Right here. It's 1 away from 0 and 4 away from 5/10. So this is the one that's closer to 0. Let's take a look at number 11. Which one of these fractions is closest to 1/2? So you have 8/15. So you can see down here I have 0/15 and then 15/15, and half of 15 would be 7.5. So where is 8/15 going to fall? Right here. It's only a half away from 7.5, so that would make it closer to 1/2. So I'm pretty sure that that's going to be the answer. If you look at 4/5, you can see that 4/5 is only 1 spot away from 5/5, which is 1/2, and 3/16 is 3 spots away from 0/16, and half would be 8/16, and so it's 5 away from the half. So 8/15 is the right answer. Let's take a look at close to 1 with number 12. We have 3/8, so that we have 0/8 is your 0, 4/8 is your half, and 8/8 is your whole, your 1. 3/8 is going to be right here, closer to a half, so it's not that. 8/9. 8/9 sounds like it's going to be pretty close to 9/9 because it's only 1 away. But let's take a look at 7/13. 7/13. Do that over here. We have 0/13. 13, and 6.5 over 13 represents that that half. 7/13 will fit right here. That's closer to a half. So this is your right answer. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have you stop the video, try 13, 14, and 15, and then you can put the video back on and check your answers. I hope you did well on 13, 14, and 15. And then you can try 16, 17, and 18. Again, stop the video. You may have noticed with number 18 and with 17 that you had fractions greater than 1 in there. You had 16 ninths and you had 13 twelfths. Now 16 ninths, you know that's going to be a mixed number. So it's going to have a whole number of 1, so that can't be closer to 1/2. But then take a look at 13 twelfths. So you had 13 twelfths, and that is 1 and 1/12. And that is only 1/12 away from 1. 10/17 is going to be 7 away from 1. So that's why 13 twelfths is your answer there. So you can do 19, 20, and 21, and you don't have to do the puzzle because we didn't finish the top. So I hope this helps with benchmarking your fractions, and we will see you again later.